1979, toy manufacturer Kenner Products licensed the character and released the first Strawberry Shortcake doll. At the time, she sort of resembled a typical rag doll. She had freckles, she had this yarny, curly hair. The Strawberry Shortcake line of characters each had their own fruit or dessert themed name with clothing to match. And they each had like a dessert themed pet as well. And it was super interesting and different for the time because the doll's hair actually smelled like the fruit that they represented. So it was one of like the first scented dolls ever made. From 1980 through 1985, television specials featuring Strawberry Shortcake were produced annually. They made another series in 2003 and then another one in 2009. And it's so interesting because Strawberry Shortcake now looks nothing like she did when she first came out in the 70s. Alright, so let's talk about this lost tape creepypasta. This story takes place in 1992 when a young girl goes to a library with her father to pick out a movie to watch over the weekend. But suddenly she came across one that instantly caught her attention. Now this VHS had absolutely no cover. It only had the words "Strawberry Shortcake Can't Sleep" written in like permanent marker. Now the father thought this was super odd, but the girl was very excited because she loved Strawberry Shortcake. She pretty much owned every single doll that ever came out. When they walked up to the librarian to check out the movie, the lady did a double take when she read the title and said that she had no idea that they had a Strawberry Shortcake movie. And she was even more confused as to why it didn't have a cover on it. So the girl brought the tape home and decided to play it before she went to bed because she always found Strawberry Shortcake to be a very comforting show. Like she would usually fall asleep to watching Strawberry Shortcake. And this is why she was not prepared for what she was about to see. The tape started off with Strawberry Shortcake lying in bed in this very dimly lit room. She slowly begins to sit up and looks directly at the camera. Her expression looked very fearful and she starts to repeat this phrase over and over again. She keeps saying, "Don't go to sleep, don't go to sleep, don't go to sleep." In fact, she was saying it so much that the girl thought the tape was broken and tried to fast forward it. And that's when she discovered that Strawberry Shortcake was saying this for 20 minutes straight. The girl couldn't figure out why she was telling the viewers to not go to bed or to not go to sleep. And then she suddenly stops mid-sentence and her eyes begin to go completely black and hollow, like two large dark circles in her face. And then the screen turns to black, and right before the movie ends, you can literally hear Strawberry Shortcake whisper, "If you go to sleep, it will find you." And that's literally how the tape ended. So the girl and her father returned it the next day, and that's the last time anyone ever heard of this.